welcome to my channel. This is where I ramble about my knitting, crochet, cross-stitching, quilting, and any other crafting adventures that I get into. If you are returning, welcome back. I hope everyone had a good October. For me, it's November 1st, 2024, and it just took me forever to finally, I'm not even gonna say make the time, because some days I did have time, other days I don't know. It just took me forever to get this recording done, so hopefully this will be more like my October wrap-up. And sorry, work has just been busy, and I've also just adopted 2 new kittens, and one of them is currently going really crazy playing with a paper towel roll next to me. So if it pops up here, I'll try to show her. The other one I think might have fallen back to sleep, so I don't want to wake any of them up, as they have been crazy and me and Austin have not been sleeping. So that's the gist of my life update, is that we got 2 new cats. If they don't appear, I'll try to put a picture of them in so you can see them. We just got them on Sunday, October 27th, so they haven't even been with us a week yet, and we are just so happy. So the little white and orange and black spotty whatever looking one, I can't think right now, is Pumpkin, because I'm just watching her play. She's so cute. And the little black one is named Spice. So we have Pumpkin and Spice, and I'm so happy that they're here with us. I'm sorry this video took forever to get filmed, but I have a lot, and I still have a lot to show, so hopefully I will be able to film another video shortly after this one, and then kind of be like caught up with all of my updates. But I think that's it. So this video, I have a mix of some knitting and then some cross stitching. I do want to start with my cross stitching because I have a massive finish to share. So if you were watching my last video, I was super duper close on my Epic Pokemon Gen 1 piece by Lord Libidin, and I literally had a little small section left to finish, and I finally finished it when I was with my stitchy friends Deb and Caitlin. We meet up like every 2 or 3 months or so at Barnes & Noble in Manhattan, and we met up and they were there to witness the finish, and it was great. So here it is. And I am just so happy that it's done. So this is stitched on 28 count fabric that I just got from Michaels using DMC colors. It's the original red, blue, and green sprites from the game. So it's a little different than a lot of the other Gen 1s that people share or do. This one is like the super, super OG sprites. So I am very, very happy with it. I'm thinking of finishing it as some kind of quilted wall hanging. I definitely want to display it, but it's hard to put things on walls in my apartment, and then I would like to store it, and storing frames, I have like no closet space. So if I make like a quilted wall hanging, I would be able to roll it up and store it a lot easier. But I'm so happy that it's done. And so this was part of my Focus Fridays for quite a while. I was just trying to get this piece done. It's finally done, and then what I decided to do on Fridays instead was I had 4 new starts that I wanted to do. One of those new starts included doing the Gen 2, starting the Gen 2 version of this. I do have to look up for the actual year of when I started this. I think it was 7 years ago. I think I looked it up for my friend Becca recently. So hopefully Gen 2 won't take me 7 years. It's fully kitted up. I have started it. I will be posting where I got up to on my Instagram very, very soon, probably before this video even makes it online. I started it last Saturday at my friend Becca's house. We got together for a homemade hot pot, and the boys played Gloomhaven and the girls did cross stitching and dyeing some fabric, and it was a lot of fun. So I started my Gen 2 Pokemon there, and I'm really excited with how it's coming out so far. Lugia has already made an appearance, so that piece will definitely be making its way into future videos. And then some of the other pieces that I started on my Fridays were a Skull Candy cat by Stitchrovia. Florist, it's another Pokemon piece, but not as huge, by Glitch Stitch AU, which I am so excited to start that. Well, I did start it, but to share more progress and show it on my YouTubes, as I've been dying to buy a pattern from Glitch Stitch AU for the longest time, and I finally did. And the third piece that I started was another Stitchrovia, actually, a Yin and Yang. Oh wait, no, sorry. The Skull Candy Cat was by Tiny Modernist, so sorry. And then I'm starting Yin and Yang by Stitchrovia, which those two patterns I did get when I was subscribed to Cross Stitch Crazy, so for my Stitch from Stash budget, perfect. And a lot of them I already had fabric for. I dyed my own fabric for the Florist, for Glitch Stitch AU's piece. And then at Retreat this summer at New Jersey, I bought the piece that I am starting my Epic Pokemon Gen 2 on. So I'm really excited to share the progress of those 4 pieces as I started them. And then they'll just join the whip pile for who knows how long. Some of them are a little bit more addicting to stitch on than others. I'm also planning my birthday start. So I did post a poll on my Instagram. I was kind of torn between this Tangled piece. I forget the designer right now, but it's on Etsy, of Rapunzel, that I really, really love. That's one of my favorite Disney movies. And then I also had a kind of monochromatic a Pride and Prejudice piece that I wanted to start, which that's like my favorite book and one of my favorite comfort movies and BBC miniseries. So I am going to go with the Pride and Prejudice piece, which I'm really excited about. And while I was visiting with my friend Becca last week, I picked out some thread. It's a DMC color. I will share all of this very, very soon. I did go with a DMC variegated just to save on money. And I would approximately need like 21 skeins, and I have 2 right now, which is great. That's about it. And I kind of have decided on a fabric taupe. I think that's how you say it. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm going to check my stash. If not, I'm going to have to get some Rit dye and dye my own. But yeah, that's about it. So with a finish came a lot of new starts. Only one of those I'm considering a BAP, so a big ass project, which is Pokemon Gen 2. And the other ones will just be in my normal whips. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to take my Fridays next, because I did all my 4 Friday starts already. So I decided to do 4 Fridays of new starts. So today is Friday, and I think I just might put a little bit more stitching in on my Epic Pokemon Gen 2. And then I'll have to think more about what I want to do. I might go through some of my whips and maybe pull out 2 or 3 pieces that are like 85 to 90% done and say that these are the ones that on Fridays I want to knock out. And I'll have a choice between those 3 or 4, and I'll spin a wheel on Fridays for them if I have to. But until I guess another BAP gets close to being done, I might just approach it this way and try to get some of these smaller projects kind of moving along to bring my whip count down. I think I will even throw knitting projects into that mix. We'll see. But so far it's been nice to have cross-stitching projects on there. So my Epic Pokemon will go away for just for now. I am really hoping on deciding how I want to finish this very, very soon. So I will be researching, I guess, quilted hanging finishes on YouTube. If you have any favorites, like that someone has shared on Instagram for inspiration, or any favorite tutorials you like to share out there, definitely drop them in the comments below. I would definitely be interested in seeing them. I don't want to make a pillow finish. I don't want to frame it. So I'm just not quite sure what I want to do. I mean, I do know what I want to do, but I'm not quite sure how I want it to look when it's completely done. And I can't even think of the fabric that I would want to use for it. But yeah, I guess I will stay with knitting, cross-stitching, even though I do have a knitting finish to share. But for my cross-stitching, I also did work on my Super Mario map. And I think, I don't know, you guys can leave me your thoughts below. If you want me to do a little bit more editing, I will. But in this video, I will try to show what it looked like the last time you saw it and what it'll look like finished. In the past, that has taken a lot of time for me to search through old videos and or Maybe I could just do it through Instagram post or something to find the last time I have shared it. And in the past, that has just taken a lot of editing time and kind of made me not want to make or upload videos. But I do want to try it again because I know some pieces you don't get to see for a super duper long time. And then it is also nice for me to just have a record of like, wow, I really did do a lot of progress on that piece. So anywho, here's my Mario 3 map. This is on a 32 count piece of pre-gridded fabric, and I'm working 2/1 in 10 stitch. So this piece I'm feeling a little frustrated with, only because I do have a pretty huge mistake in it. And I hate to say I can see it, but I won't point it out. And it is just throwing the counting off just a tiny bit. And so like if I forget about it, not that it causes issues, I'm just hoping I don't run into issues down the line, because this piece is going to be pretty long. And yeah, I'm just not quite sure. I'm just not that crazy about this piece anymore either. It wasn't that hard to work on it this time around, but I got some progress done on it. Like, for example, when I finish this, I don't know what I would do with it. But there's my progress. I am trying to like this piece, but I don't know. I do like maps, but I don't know why this one is not speaking to me. I think it's also just the mistakes that I've done in it. So I don't know if that's my phone that's going into like a little bit of a dimming mode, or if that's the lighting. If it's the lighting, I super apologize. It's not the sunniest day, and I'm using my ceiling fan light, and that's all I can really say for that. Sorry. Another piece that I'm working on, and this was a new start, and I haven't shown it yet, and I've worked on it a lot since then because I've been so behind on filming my videos. But this was a chart that I purchased also at Stitch NJ, and I started it as a start along with my friend Becca, and I am doing Harper's Forest, which is very, very cute by Pedal Pusher. I went to the retreat saying I'm not going to buy any charts, and this was the only chart I bought other than getting stuff off the freebie table. Those trees are so cute, and I think they had like a little sample hanging and you can see it, and it just drew me right in. So it's very, very cute. And I am stitching mine on, let me see if I wrote it down. Yes, an 18 count 2/1 silk weaver. The silk weaver fabric color wasn't labeled or had a name, but it just had a number 4 next to it. I mean, it has other numbers on it, but it's indicated as a solo. So I'm not quite sure if you could get that dyed for yourself. I also bought that at the New Jersey retreat, and it's currently in a Q-snap because I am working on it, so I won't take it out. And it's also, you can see all of the progress that I've made without me taking it completely out of the Q-snap. And so here I am, just using DMC floss. It's going so well. I love it. It can also be kind of mindless, which is really nice. Like, I've memorized the pattern for the trees and for the branches. And so like the only time I'm really counting is if I'm jumping over to another tree. So it's really, really nice, relaxing stitch. And my friend Becca is doing this as her first ever cross stitch piece. So I also went over to help teach her to cross stitch, and this was the piece she started with. And she's doing hers on 14 count, and the bigger trees just look really cute. So in my head, I'm like kind of wishing I would have done it on a bigger fabric, but either way, super cute. She's way further ahead than I am because I just have too many projects going on. But I love it. It is just so adorable. I love it. Very, very cute piece. And I had never heard of this pattern designer before, so I definitely will look into more Pedal Pusher stuff. It says designed by Barbara Tingley. So very cute. Kind of not really my style, but I was drawn to it by the colors that I really, really enjoy in that piece. And let me see, do I have another? Oh, so that was it for my cross stitching. So now on to knitting. I thought I had more, but I think this one will be more knitting heavy then. I do have a finish. So I did finish my another pair of basic rib socks by Kate Atherley. Still credit her because even though I have this pattern basically memorized, it is her pattern. And this is where it was the last time you saw it. So this sock wasn't even fully done yet, and it was up to there, and I have since finished the other sock. So I love this pattern. I find it good for like guys because the ribbing helps keep the socks up and they're pretty durable. And I knitted these in Patons Croy, and the colorway was Gray Brown Marl. Sorry. Just like got all itchy all of a sudden. And so, yep, I did try my best to make the stripes line up, but I guess, I don't know. And then once I realized they weren't going to line up, I was like, by the time I would get back to where like I would need it to be, it would have just wasted a lot of yarn. And I'm pretty sure the person that I made them for is not going to mind. He's just going to be happy to have warm socks to wear with his sandals during service. And that will be great because I don't know if he's going to be used to the kind of cold that they're going to experience up where he is right now. Pretty sure they already have lots of snow, or at least some snow. So these are great. I've already cast on another pair for more members in the pastoral staff at my church. So everyone hopefully will be getting warm socks to help keep their feet cold in their sandals this winter. So that was a knitting finish. And then I'm also sharing some progress on, see if I can get it out of here without making too much of a mess. Now I have to promptly put all this stuff away after. If the cats get to it, will not be good. So I had previously frogged my entire sweater for my fiance because I was not liking the pattern that I was doing. And so since then, I think I might have shown this before, but if I haven't, I'm doing another flax worsted. So by Tin Can Knits. And I am making him 3XL size, hopefully, with the body probably being a lot longer because he is over 6 foot. So let me see. I think I have definitely showed this before. So hopefully I'll be able to find a picture of what it looked like last time. But I am knitting this in some Knit Picks Brava worsted. It's acrylic, but it's really soft in my opinion, and I think it'll wash really well. It'll be easy care for him. Yeah, it's 100% premium acrylic in the colorway Asphalt Heather. So I know a lot of people might like wince at an acrylic sweater, but it truly is really soft. And I need it to like last for him. So here is my marker to where I was the last time I showed it here. So I have to remember to move it. And I have, did I split already? I think I'm getting ready to split for the arms. I'm not quite sure. I think so. I think I have finished all my raglan increases and I should be splitting for the arms very, very soon. So lots of yarn. I think there's already like 2 balls worth in this one. Let me see, is there another tag in here? Yep. I have two tags and I'm at the end of one. So I have to attach another. And I still haven't frogged the other sweater, so there'll be more yarn there if I need it. But I'm happy with how it's going. Using my Knit Picks aluminum interchangeables, which is kind of nice because the yarn tends to slide a little bit easier on them. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I am liking the garter panel a lot more, I have to say, this time around than the one I made for myself. I don't know if I've just gotten better at knitting since then. I mean, the last time I made a flax worsted, I barely wear mine because it fits super duper big. I didn't do a gauge swatch, and I think I used like a Vanna's Choice or something really cheap from Michael's just because I was exploring sweater making and I had never made a sweater before. And like the garter panel just didn't lie flat. It just looks really weird. If I have a photo, I'll try to put it in. I barely wear it. It's in my closet. I should just give it away. and make myself another one. But here it's lying really, really nicely. So I'm really happy about that. It's not like puckering or looking really weird. Like on mine, the stitches here, like between the garter panel and the stockinette, like looked loose, I guess I could say. But here they're looking okay. So I'm hoping that continues. And it's interesting because as I was working on this sweater for my fiance, we had a new member come to our knitting group, and he was working on a sleeve to his sweater, and I'm like, I recognize that sleeve, and he was making a flax worsted as well. And he was on Sleeve Island. And we just found out like 2 weeks ago, because I asked him about his progress, he had one sleeve done and not the other. And I asked him about his progress, and he said he had to like frog completely all the way back to the beginning of the armhole. So he was not in a good mood with his sweater at the time. So it was currently in timeout, which I was looking forward to seeing it done. But that is the update on my flax worsted for Austin. And then I have just a shawl to share. Let me put this away in there. It's just another sweater. I'll share about it next time. I just realized I didn't get my reading updated, so I might attach the reading update to my next video or just skip it over. I don't really know what I finished reading since this video and my last one, so yeah, I'm not even going to try to remember off the top of my head right now. Yeah, I'm trying to look at my notes, and yeah, I don't remember what I've read between those two books. So I'll tack it on to my next video. So maybe a lot more reading in my next one. I do know that I met my Goodreads goal of the year of 25 books, so making good progress. So this is going to be a gift, and let me see if I can find a picture of it. There it goes. So this is Jamie's shawl. You can get the pattern on Ravelry. I don't think it's a free pattern. And it is a worsted weight, or I think a DK weight. I think it was either one or the other. Let me see. I do use like some recycled paper for my patterns. So there's like weird coloring pages on the back. Yeah, because I know that I'm following the instructions before the red. So, oh, okay. The ones in the red are for DK is in the red, so I'm working on the worsted weight version. Okay, that is super helpful. And I had never done the beginning. I had to make a seed stitch tab cast on. I had never done that, so I had to look it up. I had to look at pictures. It was a little confusing, but I'm hoping that I did it right, because I mean, it looks okay. And I am knitting this, so it's still in the very beginnings. I'm putting it on for another rotation soon. Loving the yarn. The yarn is, oh no, the label fell off. Get back on there, because it just is pretty in the cake. It's a Lion Brand Mandala. This is like some of my favorite Lion Brand yarn to work with for shawls. Oh, Mandala Ombre. So it also will show on the side, which I really appreciate. Kind of how it's not a fade, or the variegation rather will be, which is really, really nice. The colorway is, I think it said it right on there. Oh, nope, it doesn't get like a name colorway. I don't think so. Well, it's color number 219X. Oh, it's Chi. Chi is the colorway. And I love it. It's like purple and lavendery, and I am really liking. I haven't gotten into a lot of the detail yet of the actual shawl, but I'm liking it so far. I did swatch, so I just hope it comes out the right length. My swatches are always correct width-wise, length-wise, not always. So I think I did size up my needles here. I just hope it's okay, but I'm liking it. Let me see if I can put some of this paper behind there so that the light doesn't go through it. It's kind of still hard to see. Shawls are kind of hard to share because of the shape that they are on the needles, especially when they get bunched up. So yeah, it is getting some of the texture here. I know I had started some of it, so you can kind of see it. I don't know what I would call that, but it is really, really interesting. I think she did have a name for it. No, just called All Texture. Which is a really cute name for it, but I really like it. So hoping to finish this in time. I really just need to put it on another rotation and get to work. But that's about it. I'm really happy. It is soft. I love. My favorite shawl that I've made for myself is made with Lion Brand mandala ombre, and I get compliments every single time that I wear it. I love it. People never guess that it's Lion Brand, so that makes it like super duper easy care, easy wash. So I really recommend it as a worsted weight for a shawl. Keeps me nice and warm. I don't have to worry too much about the cost of it. I think in the one that I had made myself, I used like 3 balls or 2. I can't remember, but either way, it kept the cost really low for a shawl that I wear like very often, and people absolutely love it. I did modify the pattern a little bit for myself to make it longer because I was having that whole issue with my gauge about it not being long enough, but other than that, it's great. So definitely pick yourself up some of this stuff. I think they have them not just in ombre, like in regular mandala. So, yep, that's about it. So I hope everyone is having a good start to their November. I hope October treated you all really well, and I don't know. I think that's it. Hope everyone is enjoying fall season if you are in the hemisphere that is celebrating fall. And I am very surprised that I did not get interrupted by 2 little very mischievous kittens, and I'll just have to grab them next time if they're both awake and somehow hit the record button and pray that they don't knock over stuff once they escape afterwards. But I will see you guys